How you feeling?
I am wired. I have 4 monsters, a rock star. My heart didn't explode, so I'm doing, you know.
So I got up really early. Well, I didn't even sleep. I took maybe like a 30-minute nap before getting on the bus or van or whatever you want to call it. The trip wasn't too bad. It was, I get car sick pretty easy though, so it's always iffy for me, which it was fine. I liked it. I had a good time. We did a jam playlist throughout the way, and then sometimes it'd just be dead silent. So it was either really loud or really quiet. There was never an in-between. It made me really tired to drive home when we came back, because I had to drive like 2 hours to go home, because I definitely wasn't gonna speed when I was like dead tired. I had to drink a coffee and everything, so it kind of kicked me, but it's all right.
The city was really cool, but just the sheer like tallness of the buildings was really cool. From West Virginia, lived in West Virginia my whole life, so I'm not used to, haven't really been exposed to like really tall buildings. So it was really cool. As soon as we got to the subway, come up to the sidewalk, street level, and you just surrounded on all ends to like up to the sky. It felt like by buildings. That was cool. When we got to Times Square, everything caught my eye. It was awesome. Billboards, everything. Zendaya, really cute. She caught my eye, obviously. Billboards were really flashy. It was really cool. It was also cool to see like all different kinds of people from like different walks of life, different places, speaking different languages. That also like kind of like stood out. I was like, oh wow, a lot of people were speaking French. Me and Liam on the Overwatch team were talking about that once. It was really fun, really cool experience. A lot of things stood out because I'm not used to that kind of atmosphere.
Chilly outside. How you feeling?
New York City, very exciting. It was nice to be able to experience that through the eyes of the students. We enjoyed a lot of the shops and locales of NYC, as well as some fantastic photos. Check them out on social media. I would say, just in terms of the first day, it was an S-class experience. Being able to travel to a LAN but get a little bit of slice of life with the students was really something I hope we're able to do more often with students as they go to a LAN. We were able to have an authentic New York slice of pizza, which was fantastic. I wish we could have got Joe's Pizza, but it was packed. But we had very good pizza. We were able to go to the Lego store, the Nintendo store, the Disney store. Lots of different locales we don't have available to us locally. I enjoyed Times Square, but I'm terrified of Times Square because all the actors that wear the costumes, I was for sure we were gonna get Elmo trying to hop in a photo with us. I did not want that. I was not going to pay Elmo $50 so that he could blackmail us into a photo. Wasn't gonna happen.
What'd you say to me? What'd you say to me?
I'm ready.
That was awesome. We have pretty good LAN experiences. Me and Vincent and Ashton, who went, we have all been to several LANs before that, so we're used to that kind of atmosphere. We kind of knew what to expect. It was kind of the layout of the venue was a little bit weird, but once you got used to it, it was nice. There wasn't a whole lot of room to like watch the games though. Like there were a couple switch setups on the left wall, there was a pretty narrow hallway as soon as you went to the venue. And that's where the switch setups were. So if you were playing, you had relatively plenty of room, but if more than like 4 or 5 people wanted to watch, it got pretty crowded around that one setup. But they had splitters. It was offline, and they had splitters going to two different monitors just from one switch, which was really cool. Really neat setup that Switch has, and Smash has, and it was a really fun event. The venue was nice. Wish it was a little bit bigger. Space was kind of the only issue, but it was really nice, and we enjoyed it. We had plenty of room to play, and we played a ton of games. So game 1, we played the team. We actually warmed up with the team from St. Joseph's University, SJU. We warmed up with them, and we ended up playing them our first game in pools. Lost to them. They were really good. They had really good team composition. They had really good fundamentals, and they definitely were well aware and comfortable on the game, well aware of techs and matchups. So it was a tough loss from them. But then the next 2 games of pools, we me, Vince, and Ashton rotate a little bit through. We kind of threw each other in as matchups called for it, and we got the dubs. We got the 2 wins in pools, which is awesome, and it was really fun. After pools, we had lunch. Lunch was great. Shout out Jersey Mike's. Gosh, love Jersey Mike's. Anyway, came back to the venue, started tournament play. Lost our first game in a really, really close effort in the bracket. Definitely looking back, we could have won that one. We ended up going to losers. We won our first game in losers. We played really, really well. I think we ended up playing Albany. And we ended up playing really, really well and putting a very comfortable win on the board for us. Unfortunately, sending those guys home. But we got a good win under our belt there, and we ended up playing a really, really good Diddy Kong in the second round of losers, who unfortunately just got the better of us, outplayed a lot of us, and none of us really have good Diddy Kong experience. And also, we have a little bit, but not much. But we also have very bad matchups. Our characters that we play, me, Ashton, and Vincent, don't have very good matchups against Diddy Kong. So we did what we could, kept it close, kept it within 2 or 3 stocks every game, but unfortunately went 3-3 on the day, 2-1 in pools, and 1-2 in bracket.
Good job, Vince.
Good job. The DI on that next to last game was insane.
I thought I was gonna die.
I thought for sure you were going. I was like, nice.
I thought I was gonna die.
Well done. No, I thought him. At like 1-7, he ate that cane off stage and he
Oh,
whipped it.
bad. No, I thought I was gonna die to Roy F. smash. That thing killed at like 30.
Yeah.
Smash is probably our most tenured LAN team, as West Virginia has a healthy LAN scene for Smash Brothers. Our players have traveled to events over the past multiple years, local and throughout the state of West Virginia, as well as SmashCon, which is a national level event that happens in Virginia. We were optimistic about their ability, and I think there were times they certainly punched above their weight class. There were some struggles. There were some real match checks that happened, but I think 1 or 2 things different. We could have done better, but I'm very proud of our players for their placement in the tournament. For Smash Brothers, take every friendly as serious as you can. You never know when you're going to need niche knowledge on Diddy Kong, on how to deal with Donkey Kong, who is really more of a Wi-Fi warrior. There's a lot of value in investing time in those niche matchups. Concord, we've heavily invested in making sure our opponent either knows how to handle niche characters or they lose right off the bat. And there were certainly some skill checks that we didn't pass.
Day 2, never been to Korean barbecue before. I've always wanted to go to Korean barbecue. It was so good. We get the hot pot, we get the grill combo, right? So like, and that's crazy to me. I don't understand how that's like financially stable. Okay, so you like either get the grill or the hot pot. The whole table has to get one or the other. If like 8 people want grill and 1 person wants hot pot, everybody has to get both, which is only $5 extra to get both. But once you get them, it's a flat rate to do grill or hot pot or both, and then you can just add what you want. You can order what you want. So it's not like, okay, everybody gets 2 choices of things, or like 2 meats and 1 side or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because people just kept ordering stuff, and then, you know, some people got most of what they ordered, but food kept coming, and we were like, whose is this? Whose is this? Like, there was like a whole crab sitting on the table, and somebody was like, bro, whose crab is this? We don't know. Somebody's got to eat it because crab is expensive. And then we're like, wait a minute. Somebody should still eat it because like it's here, but like it doesn't actually matter. You could just get whatever and the price doesn't change. That seems like, I don't know how they do that. That seems crazy. Anyway, that was day 2. Korean barbecue, awesome.
It's a beautiful day to be a champion. It's an even more beautiful day to be a champion eating eggs. Bleed maroon.
How does the team prepare for the event? You don't really, you don't get time, at least for this one and the last one, it's not like you had time to specifically prepare for the event. We've got so much going on. We've got our practices, we've got our matches. We're all college students. We're all working our tails off to do that. So you practice for it as you practice for the other stuff. So we just went in there playing what we knew how to play. for a lot of them, two of us had been to a LAN before. I'd been to one, and Liam had been to a few, but they hadn't been to one. So we did kind of have to. We had to make sure, and I think they felt fine. But that can shake people's nerves, just being in person, because it is a different environment, and it can shake people up a little bit. There were restrictions on the teams, like there were rank limits and stuff. I had scouted out a little bit before. You have to believe in yourself, right? If you expect to lose, then you've already lost. You have to like go with the mindset that like, this is winnable, we can win this, but you do have to be realistic. I didn't see us winning the LAN. I did see us winning a match or two. And I tried to talk to the team. I'm like, hey, this is winnable. We can get our W. Our goal, take a map. Take a match, huge. Absolutely satisfactory. After scouting and seeing the bracket, I thought for sure we were gonna win game one. Like, if out of any of them, that was the one we were gonna win. Unfortunately, we didn't. We did not win. I don't know what happened. We VOD reviewed it after we got back. We checked some stuff out. We realized mistakes we made, but in the moment, it just, we couldn't make it happen, couldn't put it together. And so we lost 2-0 game one. No sweat though, right? Because losers bracket, game two still looked winnable. Game one felt close. It was really close, but we lost. Game two, I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. Felt like I was playing ranked. They were playing weird stuff. They were just playing weird, which was really difficult. I think our mentals maybe got a little bit boomed after losing game one. I didn't think it had us down that much, but maybe it did more than I realized. But I know we kind of spiraled. I'm usually level, I think, and it's not like I tilted, but my mental definitely dropped during game two, just because it was I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't understand how they were playing what they were playing, why they were doing it, how we were supposed to play into it. And it's one thing to be losing and making mistakes and realizing the mistakes and realizing what you could have done or should have done, so that way you can do things differently the next time. Every time something happened, I was just like lost. I was just so lost, and that is the worst kind of game. So game one I felt pretty good about, even though we still lost. Game two was rough. It was unfortunate. So unfortunately, we didn't end up meeting our goal, take a map or a match. And so we went home 2-0, but that's okay. It's all right. We didn't go into this with huge expectations, but I still think we enjoyed ourselves and had a really good time, and like at the LAN. And that's not to say the rest of the New York trip, which was still a great time, I think, for everyone.
The Overwatch event, in hindsight, we performed a little bit below our expectations, but with the format and with us having such a fresh roster in terms of their knowledge of how to play in a LAN, in terms of playing in front of people, it was certainly a check that we need to better prepare our teams for that kind of scenario. That being said, we had tons of highlight moments, including a play of the game for male, as well as probably one of my favorite memories with that squad, period, probably for their entire time at Concord, was prior to the start of the first match, or any time Overwatch plays. Business starts off and says the word fighting, which is what a lot of Overwatch teams do, especially in Korea. Well, it's kind of a thing that Concord picked up, where Business says it and everyone says it back to him. But everyone said it with such energy and vigor and readiness. It was palpable. You could feel the energy. Our students were ready to bring their A game to our opponent, and I loved that. I loved feeling their energy and being able to experience that.